So I wasn't going to do a video on YouTube this weekend, but I remembered I haven't told you guys that I have actually sold some of my PayPal stock. So today I'm going to talk to you about why I sold some of my PayPal stock and locked in some profit and the concerns that I was seeing, because obviously if I'm selling it, I'm seeing some concerns there around PayPal. What are those concerns that I'm seeing right now? So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, hit the like button because it is a Sunday video. And if you're new around here, subscribe. Let's get started. Now, just to let you guys know, if you are on the Patreon, I have dropped 2 exclusive videos over the weekend on there. One of them was reviewing VF Corp and looking at their earnings, and also a bit of a mini stock request, and if I think that stock is currently a buy after their decent earnings. The stock jumped 20%, and as well as that, I've done a earnings review of SoFi and PayPal, which you're kind of getting a look into PayPal's earnings right now with me. But as well as that, I'm going to drop another 5 earnings review literally in the next kind of hour after you've watched this video. So there's 3 exclusive videos on there this weekend. If you do want to join, links in the description. £5 a month. I'll also be posting what stock I'm buying on Monday, and the Patreon will be going up in January. So this is your chance to lock in at the cheaper rates before we do get to January. Anyway, let's get on to this PayPal. So what I do is I talk about the stocks I'm buying, and I did the stocks I'm buying video on Friday, and I talked about the stocks I bought, which was only the one evolution, and then I talked about the 2 stocks I sold, which was SoFi and Hims and Hers. I trimmed the position and locked in some profit. What I didn't realize is, because I was going off my notes at the start of the week, I forgot to put on that video that I actually trimmed my PayPal position, and I went, hold on, I've not told you guys on YouTube that I've actually trimmed my PayPal position by 20%. So it's quite a big cut into my PayPal position, and I sold it for, I think it was something like a 12-13% profit. So did lock in some small profit there. And I thought, I've not told you guys why I sold 20% of my position. Obviously, I just assumed that obviously because I posted on Discord and Patreon that I posted to them guys that I sold the stock. I just forgot I didn't tell you guys on YouTube, and it should have come in this video and I didn't. So I apologize for that, because that means I haven't been transparent and told you what stocks I'm buying and selling. So I had to come make this video so you guys know what I've been buying and what I've been selling during the 1st of October to the 1st of November. And also you can see what kind of concerns I'm seeing in PayPal right now, which is the reason why I sold 20% of the position off in PayPal. So I did, like I said, sell 20% of my position on PayPal. The day that I did sell it was on the day of earnings. The stock was about break even, and I thought, you know what, I didn't actually like those earnings too much. And for a 3rd largest position in my portfolio, a stock cannot do those earnings and be that big of a position in my portfolio. And the stock was about break even. I'm going to sell some of the position. It worked out really well, because since then the stock has actually dropped 7%. So it was a good decision at the moment in the short term anyway. We'll see if it was the right one in the long term. But yeah, the earnings came out last week and I thought they were okay. I thought they were 5 out of 10 earnings, and that was a bit disappointing me, because like I said, PayPal's about a 3rd largest position in my portfolio behind DraftKings and Hims. And if you're the 3rd largest position in my portfolio, I've got to see you doing like 8, 9, 10 out of 10 earnings, and I've got to be very happy with you. If I'm not happy with you, I can't have you as my 3rd largest position. And I looked at those PayPal earnings and I thought they were okay. And I thought, okay, if that's the case, and we've taken a step back, because I thought the last couple of earnings from PayPal have been really good. With those earnings, I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of profit off the table here and reduce the position. Now, if you, there's a lot of hate around PayPal. I mean, I saw the other day, like, I post about PayPal, like, not great earnings, and someone was like, yeah, it's a trash stock, it's underperforming. I was like, it's up 25% year today. It's not that terrible, but I thought I'd lock in some profit here, and yeah, from an EPS point of view, they're actually okay. They beat by a good rate on the EPS, and if you look at all the profit drive, you know, Alex Chris came in, and I still believe in PayPal, and I still like what Alex Chris is doing. I just think I've got to reduce the position here, and he's doing the profitable growth that he said he would do. You know, you look at the EPS, it was a really nice beat. My concerns was just around the revenue growth. So the revenue growth here was 5.4%. Now, I was disappointed because last quarter PayPal did a big downgrade, and I thought, okay, they're just managing the expectations here. They're going to come in at like 7% growth here. And the fact that they actually missed on revenue expectations and was 5% growth, I was like, oh, you know, I want more growth than this. This company has now gone up to a nearly 20 times earnings business, apart from, well, it was until it dropped off earnings. This has gone up to 20 times earnings business. If you're a 20 times earnings business, that's priced in like 4 or 5% growth, which is what they're doing right now. It's about fairly value. If you want to go to 25, 30 times earnings, which I thought PayPal might do, have that metric expansion, PayPal has to go to like 8-9% revenue growth, and it's obviously off there a fair amount. It was there and it's not there anymore. And then the other thing that made me concerned is I looked at Q4 guidance, and revenue growth is to be in the low single digit, which I was like, that's even like, I was disappointed with this quarter's numbers, and then they give this Q4 guidance, and I was like, that's not great. It's okay. The increase the EPS slightly, and it's great that they're growing profitability and they can do share buybacks. But at some point, you need to have that higher growth. And I was disappointed with this quarter's, and then the guidance has also been a little bit disappointing. Like low single digit in Q4, like the Christmas period. I think analysts were expecting like 12%. I was expecting like 8-9%, and I just went, oh, that's not great. And then the other thing that I didn't like in the earnings when I looked at it is I was looking at branded checkout. Branded checkout was okay. Still decent growth, as you can see here. Venmo was actually decent, as you can see here. And the growth in the other merchant service has been really good. What was the big concern for me is when I was looking at the unbranded, which is obviously Braintree. The Braintree growth slowed down quite rapidly. So from a year ago, it was growing at 32%. Last quarter, it was 19%. Down to 11%, a really big deceleration. And even though there's a lot of numbers, like, the eBay numbers are coming out a little bit now, a lot of other parts of the business are start doing really well, as you can see here. The Braintree is a decent part of the business here. And when this is slowing down this much, this is why the growth is slowing down quite a bit at the moment. And I was like, that's a bit of a concern. This is supposed to be the growth driver here, and that's kind of slowing down a little bit at the moment. I just kind of looked at it and I thought, I still believe in the company long term, but these weren't good enough numbers for me to keep it a third largest position. Even though it's still a third largest position right now, I had to reduce it a fair amount. And if the next quarter, if Q4 is not to my standards, I might reduce it again. And just kind of put that into some numbers here for you guys, what I'm talking about. So when I showed you the numbers for PayPal over like the last year, these are kind of my numbers here. And you can see here on my low side is 5%. Now, obviously, that's what PayPal have just done. And in fact, they've even gone under it for Q4 guidance, which isn't great. That's actually below my low side numbers. And if they are growing at these numbers, I don't think they have metric expansion. I think they trade at 20 times earnings. And if they hold on to a profit margin of 13, you know what, I'm actually going to put it up to 14%. There is some decent upside here. And that's why I'm still holding PayPal, because I'm still getting upside on the numbers that I'm running. I'm just not getting the upside that I wanted. I wanted this high side here. And that's why at these current numbers, I had to kind of reduce the position. And that's why I need the higher growth. This is why I need 7 to 9% growth. Because when you look at these numbers here, you get a lot more upside. And I think as well, they get that metric expansion where they go to 20 plus earnings. Right now, if they hit these low numbers of like 5% growth, 14% profit margin, I don't think they trade more than 20 times earnings. Right now at the current levels, I'm only seeing about 40 to 50% upside if you add in a 5 billion share buyback, which I think is achievable. This isn't great upside here from now, and that's why I thought, you know what, I can use this money into other places. If they do improve the financials and the growth does come back a little bit, I'm excited. That's where I carry on holding the stock, and I think I make more money. But I had to just adjust the position. There was just a little bit of risk management that came in, and I had to just kind of take 20% off the table when it came to PayPal, because there's a big difference between hitting my medium forecast and my high forecast to being down at the lower end, and I just had to manage that risk and take that profit off the table. And that's what I do with PayPal's numbers, because I thought when I was looking at PayPal's numbers, I was a little bit disappointed with the numbers, and I had to just balance out that position. So yeah, I thought I'd just update you guys, because like I said, I was supposed to put it on this video, and when I looked at my notes, it was from Monday. And because I sold PayPal on the Tuesday, it wasn't on my notes, so I actually forgot to put it on this video. So for transparency reasons, I had to update you guys on YouTube to let you know that I trimmed the position by 20%. And yeah, it's okay, just a bit of risk management. And at the end of the day, I did make a little bit of profit on the position as well. So, like I said, like I always say, we're all here to make money, and that's what I did with PayPal. So I'll take that profit, and I can go probably invest it in some opportunities anyway. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the little update on PayPal anyway, guys. And if you could hit the like button, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll do a preview for the week ahead, because it's going to be a busy one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in a bit.